Then you need to do your own practice, homework, then a little difficult. And we give the options you buy in the TMC website. Also, we knew or beginning on the group. The Mary bringing here, I don't know, 15 texts in here. Anybody still not yet order? We have here. Without the text, cannot practice because this is daily practice. So this means you have to have a text. In the internet is good, so you cannot take everywhere. Some place maybe internet a little bit weak. So anyway, with the text is good. Good morning again, everyone. Very nice to see many the people want for Ngondro practice. So I'm not use Facebook because this serious practice. And regular we can share. Of course, we can share for everyone. But Ngondro practice, people want dedicate. People want to real their time. We need to respect their times. We can see which days more need extension. Or right now we have once a week, and then our Dharma sister can help to maybe different days, maybe Friday or Saturday, something also extra. If you have time and say, okay, we will last week or maybe this week learning, maybe this way. The more conversations, the better. Remember, the Buddha's brother. Can you please turn off this one? Brother Ananda. So Ananda is always a good question. No, not this one, Aaron. This one. So the Ananda question is wonderful. Maybe there are 500 disabled want to ask question to the Buddha. In some reason to shy or maybe fear, or they don't have power to right away to question Buddha. And then Ananda is very marvelous wisdom. One, he asked to the Buddha, all the 500 disabled doubt is completely open, because this is we need to make sure it is not only once a week or twice a week. It's not. This is we need to take our rest of life to practice. And of course, we can start in many different texts, many things. But you can look the old great master from A.D. Mahasiddha to in Tibet. There are many enlightenment through the 5 Padma mudras, and the different names and Dzogchens, Mahamudras, and many different names. But you can look traditional, real. We're talking about the real practitioner, leave mountain in one path, one lifetime, become fully enlightenment. Everyone knows the best one is the Kagyu tradition, because Milarepa. Of course, the Nyingma Sakya, Gilu, I have not criticized anything. All they are great, wonderful. But we have connection now. There's the great sage, and you can look. The Milarepa is powerful. When he face to face the ordinary enemy, how to he subduing. And he become renunciation, and he never going back, go for straight. This kind of practice, need to strong. Otherwise, the obstacle is always waiting. Obstacles like good hunting, and very gentle. Obstacles like cat, very smooth, and then jump to catch in the mice. So we need to know practice, especially this kind of retreat. This kind of taking in the path of the enlightenment, there are a lot of obstacles. There's look in history, the Lord Buddha. Even the day before he become enlightenment, there are so many rising, obstacle, demons and yakshas. Likewise, our important practice time, we have looks like more important, more busy coming. This right side, left side, front, everything's coming in when you need good practice time. And then you will miss the all opportunity, and then you have looks like you have time, then the teachings is not coming opportunity again. For me, it's very respect people who join this Ngondro. Thank you so much, because this is not the small things. Just I said, you need to think tremendous benefit. And again, look, there are many great beings. In the early age, there are also mystics, not a small mystic, huge mystic. Like Milarewa, he is, you can call different language, he is a murderer, he killed many beings through the black magic. But renunciation in dharma is very, very powerful. Anybody want to become Buddha, any did negativity, they have the way to purify. So when we didn't kill the many beings in our life, we didn't, maybe we can mistakes in here, there. So our purify with supplication, the Milarewa said, in the future follow him, not need like Milarewa's sacrifice. He is dedicated 24 hours thinking for how he can benefit all entire sentient beings. Now a little over 1,000 years ago in the Milarewas, still people who talk to Milarewa is goosebumps, and he is so dedicated. He's so single point to looking for the enlightenment. So enlightenment, his own benefit, and the same time, and he can liberate many sentient beings, That is called bodhicitta mind, compassion mind. We have always thinking my things not much, you and me, how many the beings are very small. But the Bodhisattva mind, all entire beings, this is amazing. And the living beings, maybe we didn't see the Milarewa. Look in the Milarewa similar in Ngondro Rinpoche. He was also 1,000 years histories, from India to Tibet. Many different part of he rebirthed the ministers, and he become the great yogis, all kind. You see this Ngondro Rinpoche's lifetime, also so many experience. As a young childhood, he is terrifying his father. How many people read his biography? There are books available in many language, English, Vietnamese, many things. If you don't read, you have no idea. Same as we say in other practice, I always say you need to read the 100,000 of the Milarewa, not one time, not two times, many times. Until you become unseparable book in your meaning, and as soon as you hear the Milarewa, you are just goosebumps, how wonderful being this earth. And we have connected these beings, so powerful. If you don't read, or maybe once, and very fast, it didn't get in the full. So that is where you see great Nyingma master Tsabpadru Rinpoche, very famous. He wrote the word from a perfect teacher. So he said he teaching Shantideva text 200 times, different place. He received 100 times. Total, this big book is 300 times. He said, still I didn't understanding like Shantideva. In land of the Tibet, we call the Tsabpadru Rinpoche is the Tibetan Shantidevas, because he is a very accomplishment master. When he give teaching the Shantideva text, even the middle in the winter, snow, and especially they pop up the special flower that during the season, as long as the teaching in the Shantideva. And the people nickname called the Shantideva flower. And the Tsabpadru's teachings, so the winter is not usually not growing in the Tibet, So this is the power can changing all elements, becoming the balance and the, things like that. So he mentioned, this kind to power receive many times, 200 times, teaching 100 times, and he received. Still we didn't not understand means, and we have say, oh, I have a lot of books. I'm also said for you guys, I'm myself very, very bad. You can look here. This book is always new. So see here, the side is new. So this means I didn't use much. Book is the side is coming into, fell and black, and everything's oil and something. This is sign and read many times. So I have bad news. I have so many new books, not black. I didn't use enough. Only my daily practice, and I will show you because every day. And then the one part is a quarter is already missing because every day. So that's the way. Of course, you need to spend time one book for under become came out at age. It's not. I'm not saying. So what I'm saying is, those great beings, we need to read biography and things like that. And last time I said, because your time and your effort, you're wishing to join and want to, I'm also trying to do something a little bit extra things. Remember, I said I will offer to, within 1 year transmission, all Jigden Sumgons, the Gambum. There's 16 volumes, 16 volumes, and each one is maybe 500. So also I have several books, and the Great Mahasi, the Telobas, Narobas, Marba Milarev, all those included biographies. I will try to offer to you because your time is precious, and I respect the way to how we can deliver to best way. So this is just begin in my thought. And then the Ngondro is the Tibetan called Ngondro. Ngon means before, Dro means preparation or preliminary. If you preparation, you're going somewhere, hiking the mountain or going to the teaching or from here to Bodh Gaya, you need certain preparations, what you needed. So likewise, the Ngondro is any highest received teachings in empowerment, especially receive the 5-path Mahamudra. This is the foundation. This is the ground. And some people thought all preliminary practice is just, regular. But I'm looking very, very high, So Lord Jigden Sunggon said, the foundation is more important than the main practice. Main practice, it is the preliminary practice. He said, and the main practice say Mahamudra is important, but Mahamudra need base of the Ngondro or preliminary practice. Without this one, it looks like the house and not stable foundation. So likewise, this one is the remember several people they are want to finish, but they physically cannot, prostration and things like that. But there are so many ways to finish. Remember, Buddha and Bodhisattva were so skillful means, whatever they can't, they will be finished. They will be rejoicing, not in the disappointed, And we cannot say, and everybody need a full prostration, 1,100,000. This is the maybe people have time, retire, age is not too old, very healthy, or monks and nuns, or maybe renounced people. That's the only one focus because you have time. That's the only way you think. So you have householder, families, take care of many things. That is why, of course, and this one, and we once a week together, but 6 days a week in your own, and you need to processions, so we can make time. And of course, there's no doubt about it, everybody try together, if no prostration and giving big numbers, almost impossible, nobody cheating ourselves. This is accumulated merit. This is the way to benefit. Even though you will maybe back pain, knee pain, but prostration is slowly. This is the best yoga practice. This is the best strength, from top to bottom to movement, physically, you mentally, and then meditate, you're learning many things. And this movement is very important, When meditate means nothingness, meditate means a lot of work. Your pain, your physically, mentally need to concentrate one place. So many thoughts come and you will just worry, oh, my meditation is not so good. I need to go right now. Something then coming back, I will meditate. And they're coming back, it did not happen, Oh, I will finish my this and that. So those, you need morning, evening, you can make time. If you have household or family, after your family sleep, maybe you can 30 minutes. Or before they sleep, wake up, you can 30 minutes. You have your own small place, private, clear. And I think it's very important. So if you need effort, I don't know how we can do once a week is good enough. We can just this way. Or maybe, morning or evening, other times you need to do group gatherings, maybe different people can helping lead. We can figure out what is the best way, what is best way, which day is best way, what time best way. Okay. So now, first we will go prayer book, the daily prayer book, and then I will offer for here the transmission, the refuge session. Then also, of course, here, everybody in the West and the educated people love to read so many books. That's good. And when in the monastery, in our teacher said, if you want to practice, you only want to text, and you can look at, for example, in Jewel Ornament Liberation Session and the World's More Perfect Teacher. Lama Konchok was at the different stage, the Lamrim, Sajja was there. Are so many things. You now need to read many books before the hour unfinished. Traditional is not much useful. For example, we not finish prostration and refuge. You're looking for mandala. What kind, the size, big, and it's I'm not saying it's pointless, it's good, but it didn't help because your focus is not there. You finish one, you have 10 projects, you need to finish one by one. So the teacher always said, what do you have the related this text? Then we will say, I found this commentary and that commentary, and teacher will say, yes, you can read this one many times, then you can compete. Now, what is the difference between this text, and your own teachers talking, and your own meditate? What is the difference? That's very useful. So please share now the prayer book. You have the prayer book right there. Everybody need a prayer book. Maybe in the computer, they will share you in the computer. In our computer, prayer books right there. Okay. Right there.
I'm coming.
Yes.
Thank you.
Prayer book. Yeah, actually it's prayer book. There's also here. And here also, yes. Manangada nyambe samje tamje dewa dante dunge dante nyordo lana me bayan dogba zogbe chanju rinpoche Joy dalai dawa jebe joy nubara jebe ge torba dai tamje gembe pardo jebara jeb tamje je zoy jebe mananga da nyambe simje tamje dewa dan de dunge dan de Nyordo lana me bayan dogba zogbe chanju rinpoche to baraja.
All mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly will I establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind.
Yidam jingoro je Lhasa namlai japsu jewa sanje jamden de namlai japsu jewa tambe chu namlai japsu jewa phagwe gendu namlai japsu jewa Pavu Ngondro Retreat Song Me Tso Yi Shi Ge Chandan Denpa Nam Gyab So Je Woi Ten Chen Tsa Wa Dan Gyu Para Je Be Panden Lama Tampan Gyab So Je Wo Yi Dam Jin Goro Ji Lhasa Nam Lai Gyab So Je Wo San Je Jum Den De Nam Lai Gyab So Je Tambe chu nam la japsu jewa phagwe gandu nam la japsu jewa pawa gandu chu gyansu yi shi ge jandan dampa nam la japsu jewa.
We take refuge in the kind root and lineage lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the Yidams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom.
Chanjo tuna jeba da chanjo sebe la ba la de da rimshin nebra tishin do la pendon do chanjo samne jinje shin tishin dune la ba rimbo shin do la wara enji chanjo nyingbo chuje bara sanje nam Je chuda chanju samba yi tsolang di xin gyabzo je chitara ngunje de xe chanju tone jiba da chanju sembe loba la de da rim xin neba di xin do la pendun du chanju semne jinje xin de xin dune laba rimba xin du la para inji.
Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and progressed on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path.
Chanjo bardo dane jose je dage jinzo jive zonam ji dola benjira sanje ndo baro sho.
In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings.
Manam kada nyambe samchen tam dewa dan deve judan dembara jurje dunga dan dunga ge judan dunga mawa dawa da me devara jurje nyera chadan nidan tanyum la nebara jurje.
May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness in the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering in the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Okay, supplication to the Lord Chicken Sumgo.
Unequaled refuge, ornament of the world, your fame pervades the 3,000 worlds. You are the victor Vajradhara without a doubt. I bow at the feet of the Father Jigten Sumgun. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassionate One, grant your blessings. Dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I realize the unelaborated nature of mind.
Okay, now the short mandala and request teachings. Okay, this the page is page 30 something, 28. Om Guru Devanda Rana Menda
The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the supreme mountain, the four continents, and the sun and moon. As a Buddha field, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha fields. To the lamas who possess the three kayas, I offer the outer, inner, and secret offerings with my body, wealth, and all that is visible. Please grant me the supreme realization, enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Om Guru Deva Dakini Ratna Mandala Pratika Soha.
Or the question next to there. Sanjay Nam Jyo Sambodam Lo Yoy Jadoi Jadawa Chejoy Tomoy Dekoye Jodyo Golo
Please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the two vehicles and their combination according to the dispositions and likewise the mental capacities of sentient beings.
Okay. Let me this verse and the small back. In the back. Tasum Sanje Gunje is back. Tasum Sanje Jungo Ransum Chugu also don't say what Zave Laman Gujo the Guedu Shaja Rozo Shendemadu Japon Jumbo Sergio Lombo Davu Shagje Shavla Gujaze Chanjo Mumber Motumla Kalan Yuma Shandrava Tawa Gaji Java Kivu de la Gujaze Taso Kunde Tamche Lo Chusan Rubra Chinjelo Chulam Rubra Chinjelo Lam Triva Zebra Chinjel Triva Yishizu Javara Chinjel Labdozo Namo Arya Laye Gada Lutano Jinje Dumbum Dada Miya Ganam Dandoa Kungeta Gejizam Tomje Gedo Dagi Jujendo. Oh, thank you again. So this is the year 2023 is the one with our somebody is a life-changing, direction. Some orally you have practiced for a long time. It's a wonderful.
Recording in progress.
So some new practitioners also the best to successful, and also the senior student, they also need increase, such as in under become Buddhahood. Then we need to practice because we already become Buddha, but up until we need to guide in gatherings, and gatherings is supreme called Sangha gathering. The supreme Sangha gathering is very unique. Any practice together is we always thinking to virtue, how to benefit. Remember, there is when Buddha talked, when give them Buddha talked, what is the benefit for the sentient being? They don't have different sects, you not need to sensitive things. I'm connection to the Nyingma, Gilu, Theravada, Mahayana, and Taojo, all those things, you're not needed. And we have the all same. When they talked by Buddha, the Buddhists give teaching is how to benefit, how to liberate. When the difficult time, how do you train in your mind? That's the experience to carrying life after life, benefit. Now, how we know the practice training in life after life, what is the scientific proofs? Look the His Holiness Dalai Lama and look in Garchen Rinpoche. not need many masters. They are reincarnated again and again. They also physically is like human being, challenges us. But look, His Holiness when walking, they need to guide, physically is a need to guide to make sure he's not fail. When he give his own realization, nobody can guide for him because he is successful to enlightenment. Likewise, our teacher Ngondro Rinpoche, USP is very happy, healthy, but mentally is always bigger and better and more sharp. But physically, it's always changing. Everybody, every minute is changing. So this way, we changing as a better direction, is a good choice. Our time is precious, Say 2022, it's never coming back, it's gone. 365 year or day is gone, it's not coming back. Now we will try to next 365 days is become useful. And you can put in your notebook, this is I did in the best way in my life and benefit. This is not only my life, there's one practice. They will open and full of your wisdom. Usually you don't like someone, and then practice bodhicitta is coming, and you will show appreciation. This person give you a lot exercise and compassion. Without this one, you don't know your mind is how bodhicitta or how compassion you have. And somebody always sort of demean, It's not necessarily physically, but something always showing is a not good sign, something that's upset for me all the time. And then later, months and years after, see, you have to still need to polish in our own mind because this person telling you need more polish. You have problem the angers, you have problem the jealous, you have problem the such and such. So Lord Buddha said, the Devadatta is the shining of the Buddha's life because Devadatta always sort of jealous of the Buddha, and people say, oh, Lord Buddha, he has a special quality, this and that, and Devadatta say, look, I'm bigger than him, I'm handsome than him. Always he tried to, he is the one, not Buddha. So then always Buddhists keep teaching, he criticize and make some uncomfortable situation. Then Buddha exercise his compassion, hard work. He thinks Devadatta is make for him difficult, or he inspired to need more bodhicittas. And then later, Lord Buddha said, and without Devadatta, Buddha cannot become in compassion enlightenment. Because always we have judge, I like this person, I don't like. So Buddha said, when his biological son Rahula and Devadatta say, maybe each hand and one offering to the sandalwood, the saffron, delicious the smell. One offering the sandalwood to burning is very powerful. Which one you will care, which one not care? Buddha said, I will equally, they're no different. So that's kind of proof in our mind, Remember, long time ago, this story is very important. And again, Milarepa is the cousin. Remember, the uncles and auntie take all his family wealth, and his mom, sister, him become a slaver, and that's why mom sent to learning in the black magic tongues like that. At that time, Milarepa would think, uncle and auntie is the number one enemy. You know what you call list? This is the number one list enemy and their parents, because they took all the wealth. Not only that, they didn't enough to food and everything in the slaver, so they need to subduing. There is the Mara. And the later in Milarepa retreat, uncle and auntie is the best inspire love and compassion, because this is not strong. Nobody asking you how's your compassion. Nobody testing. Somebody need to very difficult, and the uncle and the auntie give him very tough time, and almost losing his compassion and bodhicitta. If you lose that way, it's a succeed. It's difficult. So that is why the Ngondro is a part of them. Ngondro's and the recitation mantra is purified, all the speech and things like that. Prostration, life after life, whatever negativity, this is purified, especially our own egos, Egos always, I'm better than you, I'm richer than you, I'm handsome than you, I'm beautiful than you, always you thinking, self-thinking. And prostration is your top in the head, touching the ground. So this is the very highly, not only one head, called 5 branches, 5 branches mean forehead, 2 hands, and 2 knees, completely touching. That is why prostration is very unique. Still in the prostration, remember many different ways, and just hand things, people do in India called namaste. Namaste, nama is pay homage. Soti means all. I'm pay homage to the all, especially the young people coming home, whoever the older, they're touching their foot, because you're physically, you're taller, but they're more knowledge. So Lord Buddha was when become enlightenment, and the Buddha said, I found very profound teaching in the realization, but if I will explain, nobody knows this kind of profoundness. So I'm not teaching the moment, so I will keep practice in the forest. So he was practice continue, and then remember the Indian highest god called Indra and Brahma. They're offering to the 1,000 the dharma wheel and the right circle of the council. Indra and Brahma said, please keep the teaching. Not only that, and Indra and Brahma touching the top of the Upanishad at the Buddha's feet. As soon as the Indra and Brahma's for Urna or the Upanishad or crown chakra, whatever you call the highest one touching Buddha foot, the energy is like the earthquake, because the highest in the god and the goddesses pay homage to the Buddha, It looks like the two magnetic shaking like this power. And the Buddhas then accept, say, yes, if you this much you request, you're down in earth. What do you call some people say, I'm very humble, humble request. Indra Brahma said, yes, they have some qualified received teachings. Buddha said, if I were teaching, there were no understanding. Indra and Brahma said, yes, because remember Buddha, previous lifetime, Buddha give his body to the tiger. Remember tiger and mom and their calves, very weak. They cannot eat anything. Moms almost eat their own kitty. But of course they didn't eat. Then the Buddha, the time 3 brother, Buddha was the youngest one. The Buddha gave his body. And he just put a rope in the branch of the tree. Very powerful inspiration prayer. I forget the exact word, but I know the meaning means when I become the enlightenment, all you are becoming my first students, and also you will completely be free from suffering and liberate. Exactly what happened was Indra and Brahma's telling Buddha, remember, you give the time, your aspiration. Now those beings are waiting for you. So that's Buddha was give first teaching. The only 5 human beings. Usually you can look, India is one of the largest population. Should we need 500,000 or 5 million, but only 5 people. The Buddha was very skillful. The Buddha not looking how big size. Who is a wonder to real? That's why the Buddhas keep teachings. So Buddha know many teachings, many things, but first the basic things, again, foundation. So the Four Noble Truths is the key practice, Sutrayana, Mantrayana, or Theravadayana. The very fundamental foundation, it is the Four Noble Truths. Then you practice. The Ngondro practice is the Kagyu traditions, very important. So this they summarize, how important, how we are lucky. So then we will later some empowerment we request some better practitioners. When I give the empowerment, it's a little bit nervous for me because they're called blind people. Taking blind people is a danger. They don't know what is the direction. And Vajrayana empowerments before only one or two, or one by one, things like that. Now this looks like a new marketing, everybody give the empowerment. So, and who has the more understanding, the meaning introduced, they will give the empowerment. I have some in mind, we can, this group receive the 5 path Mahamudras teaching, and also, and the dharma empowerment we call Ngondro Dharma 5 path dharma empowerment also. Okay, so sometimes you thought, other lamas give empowerment, why he's not here giving this? So that I have the little bit reason, I know who I am, and so some the master, the practitioners give is their power to empower for them. I don't have any empower for you, so this just practice together, but it's not fair. And also transmission. Now I can begin here. So remember, I said transmission to refuge part, and then you have also, we talked, remember, preparation. I think you have all front of you or near the Lord Jignesung Tanga or whatever you have tangas, and then the offering waters and everything you have. Those is need every day, not once a while, Not need expensive flower, whatever you can, flower, water offering, fruit, anything you need. When you go this direction, your room, you feel so good, It's different than any other rooms. So you will offering, and then also remember, we need some vase, and or not necessarily the same vase. You can remember flower, glass vase, with a feather good. There's the peacock feather, you can use maybe juniper, some piece green, and also okay. Then remember, we talk about you need, now after you want to practice means you are real practitioners, not only reading books. When you're a scholar, you not need a mala, you read a lot of books. For practitioner, unseparable, so you need 2 malas. Remember, we always said 2 mala. One is a secret mala, only retreat, and after you finish and put in the back. Those you need it. And also I recommend, remember, option A is the Buddhi mala is good. And also we said, remember, if you cannot find someplace, we have the small store here, Buddhi malas. And you find someplace, you can go for it. And there's 2 need malas. One is regular, because this, usually you hear many times, mind training, You can see touching the mala and touching the phone is a very different mentality. As soon as you touch phone, no bodhicitta, nothing compassionate, nothing, whatever, some things, you trait or text message, something like that. As soon as you touching the mala, some things need to residing positive virtue and things like that. So this way, and this kind of size in the back, it doesn't matter any color. And then you will, we do usually in the inside your pocket or under your belt, you're gonna hold them, wherever you're comfortable. The most lady, they have very fancy bags. You can put this your fancy bag, 2 bag. And then boys, you can put in the neck also, usually you put it in the neck. Remember, then the mala blessing, we did here blessing, and you have the text. Then your malas become the secret mala. After that mala, the secret mala, and other people do not touch, because you practice for the yidam deities and gurus and all a special bond or mandala. And then you have to say, and some teachers like Kagyu Rinpoche, whoever you believe in your heart, and come to near you, and you can say, please blessing this my secret mala, they will bless, So those who need to preparation always. Then also you need to Vajra and bell and Damaru. Those is the important, the Vajrayanas, they need a lot. People said, "Hey, Lama, you have a lot of things." Yes, we have a lot of things in here, and because we're so many thought. Each thought need each things. That's why Buddha also talked not only one word, but he talked 84,000. That's why we need a lot of things. So anyway, those before, if you not at the mala near, you can to bring preparation. We will the coming text and they need mala blessing. So right now, our transmission. So this is our here some senior student, they already did completely on practice, and this one's takes many years, 100,000, 1,100,000 prostrations and mandalas and Guru Yoga, Vajra, Sadhu, etc. And some asked, remember I said, if you could, 1,100,000 is good. But this is they call traditionals, But here is a practice, not the same, not always not the same. Remember, this is also helpful. And I talked about one of the Drikung Kagyu, founder of the Drikung Kagyu, Lingji Reba, remember? In the Lingji Reba, it's the same as the Lord Jigden Sunggon, Taklung Thangba, all those men disabled the Pangmo Truba. And the Pangmo Truba said, you retreat in 7 years, and he came back 7 days after. Remember the story? I talked many times. How many remember this one? Oops. Oh, okay. Don't throw you can keep the red bit, okay? So this one called name is the Dongon Lingji Reba. Dongon Lingji Reba. He is the founder of the Drikung Kagyu. We have the many different sects named Kagyu, Drikung Kagyu, Taklung Kagyu, Karma Kagyu, etc. So he is the founder of the Drikung Kagyu, Lingji Reba. Also, he is the same student in the military, the Lord Jigden Sunggon, Taklung Thangba, and others. The same teacher is the Pangmo Truba. Pangmo Truba is the main student of the one of the Gambopas, remember? Okay. Now I need to go back Gambopa, in the Milareba, in Marban, things like that. So Lingji Reba, his plan to retreat 7 years. Then he come up 1 week, 7 days. Then his teacher and all other people that, now there's something's wrong. The obstacle come for him. Wishing is maybe 7 years now, coming back 7 days. What happened? Then he said, well, see what I succeed within 1 week. I need to go back 7 years, or that's the good enough. He sung through the water song, everything's in the phenomena, everything's interdependent, and him and the sentient being or Buddha in the whole universe, how to become oneness. And he sung beautiful, and his teacher so happy. And he said, now this moment in the Ganges River side Himalaya, and you are the only high succeed understanding fully the Mahamudra enlightenment. The other side, the river, is the only the Masida Saraha. So remember, just we talk about 1,100,000. It's maybe people need something maybe the 7 years. So you are enthusiastic, many receive teaching, many teachers, you are practice long. So there's a way maybe not need 7 years, 7 weeks or possible. Likewise, each one may be 1,100,000, so great. But gatherings together, 3 months each group, I think they will enough to receive the blessing and things like that. Okay, this one I'm giving you, this also happened before, it's not, we not made up new things. And also some other place, different circumstances, they don't have much time. In each sessions, they are do 10 weeks or 10 days. This just makes sense, People or lifestyle is very different, but still you're busy what do you call the New York City never sleep. So your schedules never sleep, but you found something in the Dharma. Amazing. That's what I respect, Okay. So now I will on the transmission. Okay. Page 3 in the Ngondro books, the same as a prayer book. 기도 던지징마다 저도도 저버저 번호라마다 번호는 잡수 쳐보 이름 징고 잘라도는 저도 저거 선진되는 저도 저거 담에 저는 저도 저거 기도는 저도 저거 그거는 신경쓰면서 이해가 좀 번호는 잡수 쳐보 저 조님 뭐 지지 버선년은 저도 주는 조스만이 돌아오는데 저도 저 지당원이 되게 저도는 저거 조스만 로로 다른 전에 뭐다 돼 이런 편도도 제주선이 찐지지 이런 어른 바신도 라버지오 산주로 저기 전라 저거도 저도 저도 집에 또 남기로 라벤저 산전도 버셔 많은 거는 무슨 짓든지 되어도 되게 이런 데 버지 동에도 동에 이런 데 동에도 봐도 이런 세단인다 되게 다니면 내버 주르지 찬자와도 주인셔와도 저도 이런 거 여서 봐 이게 봐주는 던져서 전주 전부랑 제마 된주는 데 신은 이거 이제 몰라벨로 또 맨남이 오도 모서 된다 tarba 르블라 쇼바라차 두제메단 지고 주인데 누구끼는 치원이 되신 능증이면 작아서 뉴든닝보 돈라존레 개베도 두지시고 등엔 제메 줄어주고 르메주는 시도 랑도르네라 딩네 베바라징 수동도 kumbal라 게좀이데 와유메제 세버치메니 돈네 시벨 엄조 조바라차 렉저제 양세 엄아이우 에 오르레 온가가가 소소산이라도 단봉 여러분 샤가서 하야 Then Om Yadama Hidrova Hidadan the Heaven the Dagas, the Marshaman is away. But the Soman, Manipulamas, no, Zosan, how Mongol so the Bazam, the Bazam, Masamaya, Sado, Sambar, Biman, Saraman, the Bohum, Samar, Biman, Sagarman, the Bohum Bay, Sambar, the Bohum Bay, land origin. Tuman Ruderaman, Proda, Humbe, Shipaman, the Shure, Homelander, Home. Gunjo sum la lo tse de jamro jogwa cha na go me shin yu do zeng de be mani de usu de development ne yin la dong de do ji chang gu mo san chan ni do de do gran no shin do ji ji dong jing zu shu da da de no jing ji yu shin de de ji dong lo de jo ye yum nang dong song ju nyum ju zu ye su dum san ji de gu ka so san ji do ten ju要对些了，跑到这边用长个这种去用我这说，用的真的强就是别说这种给就，那么就用说过了这一上说，那不就用什么的啊？就真这个大不的时候，上节去做一顿就讲这叫做到时候这个随便就用，强就没得把它叫做这连什么这个等等东这个当你都那边这个。这几天是么的话，你们乱就谈就就乱就过来啥，连什么真正在我这边这帮到了么当帮呢？Now here, I think Mary, you sent the short, not long refuge before the some sentence to the Samantha, right? Da the mon you know get the number some changing policy about the result of the Georgia, Banalama, the Monarch of the Joy, the welcome to the Jamdo, Kangmasa, where Tara give you number on them, the Ming yes, so now this to be before. So then if you have the text, after the recitation, all those finished, then again the page 100, the dedication before also the increased mantra. Lecture against Om Ayu Relay or so ha Samaya Sado are those three same as before and after. 16-day elbow bell, and independent mantra, and water salt mantra, same. Then you can see the page 102 is the perfect accomplishment mantra. Also, you know, Deya da Benzendaya Awam Budana Yosova, Om Ruru Daru Mukimuki Sova, Om Hanumbasham Barashida Yosoha. This is 7 times, and then dedication, everything's becoming the multiply. So now I'm just finished the transmission part. So now Samantha can share, and everybody can please you can keep in your computer. Tadang manjuru nange tadang nyambe. So this session's a few sentences and not this text. So this text on the begin page 28. Right at the beginning, some prayer book Chenchen Zawa the Yubar Jewe. We take refuge in the kind root lineage lamas begin here. So before that, several sentence. So now here's, I think, recording in the people, and maybe not here. So I will recording 2-3 times. Then you can see also just sharing there. Tadang manjuru nange tada nyambe semjen tamje changjung nyingbo la cheje pardo chanjen zawa dang yubara jebe banden lama tamba namla gyapso chewo yidam jinguraji lazo namla gyapso sanje jumden de namla gyapso chewo tambe chu namla gyapso chewo pagwe gindu namla gyapso Bawu Ngondro Chögyön Songme Tso Ishige Chendan Denpa Nam Gyapso Chewo Tadang Mangyuru Nange Tada Nyambe Semjen Tamje Changjung Nyingbo La Chege Pardo Tenjen Zawa Dang Gyubar Jewe Banden Lama Tamba Namla Gyapso Chewo Yidam Jinggoraji Lazo Namla Gyapso Sanje Jumden De Namla Gyapso Chewo Tambe Chu Namla Gyapso Chewo Pagwe Gindu Namla Gyapso Bawu Ngondro Chögyön Songme Tso Ishige Chendan Denpa Nam Gyapso Chewo Tadang Manjuru Namge Tada Nyambe Semjen Tamje Changjung Nyingbo La Cheje Par Tenjen Zawa Dang Yubara Jewe Banden Lama Tamba Namla Gyapso Chewo Idam Jinggoraji Lazo Namla Gyapso Chewo Sanje Jumden De Namla Gyapso Chewo Tambe Chu Namla Gyapso Pagwe Gindu Namla Gyapso Chewo Bawu Ngondro Chögyön Songme Tso Ishige Chendan Denpa Namla Gyapso Chewo. So that is the way you need reciting. Now, and see, if you memorize, more easy. This way you're recording, and then you can play your phone recording and your prostration much easier. So you can see the 3-2 lines, also very profound. And then we will go a little bit more detailed visualizations, all those meaning and forethought. So those are important. Now you will see, remember, you are super busy and you need to practice, and then sometimes you not finish, you will see the beginning of the refuge. Tala, downward, jebeda, noward jebe. If you have time, that's good. We have, say, 4 sessions retreat by yourself. First session, always long refuge, beginning to end where the session. First session. So you need note, write. And then you will reciting here, this is your mind practice. And then the short dedication. Short dedication will maybe glorious, this one, or any Manjushri, likewise, whatever you have the short one, dedicate. The first session. Second session begin short refuge. Short refuge may be in the Buddha Dharma Sangha. This shorter than the long one. Begin page 10. And then continue the few page, and you will short dedication also end of section. This now 2 finish. And then maybe third section. Same is short refuge begin, and then the dedication before, if you have time, need to Sargim offerings, Sargim offering before dedication. Then maybe fourth session, same as before, short refuge, and then main practice, long dedications. And all the glorious and the long life, whoever the long life Lama's name, long life, dedication, and that's the way to how to practice. Fourth session is easy. See, first is a long refuge, last is the long dedication, and all the middle is beginning short refuge. Third one is and the Sergim. So if you have doubt, you can say, I didn't get this one. We make sure, but every Tuesday we will gathering. So then they hear 4 thoughts training the mind. Also depend There's a little bit, maybe, each one a couple of minutes is very useful. Then you memorize also very good. Sometimes you are strong grasping some object. You need to, those 4 lines can release. Nothing need hold. The sooner or later it's gone. Nothing need holding. Sooner or later it's gone. So those 4-way turning is maybe not many. They're 2 pages, right? 2 pages. If you memorize, it's very useful. In Tibetans, in English, whatever you comfortable. Here, for example, the first one, this kind of the literature in enjoyment is supremely difficult to attain. When we obtain this, the body which easily lost, do not waste in the meaningless, but rather use it and attend the ultimate liberation, the joy's result. So when you're upset, you're disappointed, then read this one. You not need to disappoint it. Your precious human life, your time, you have the effort, everything's this moment. This brings you right track and back to the dharma. So those I'm just summarized when you practice or non-practice time. If you retreat, of course, front of your text, but you memorize this one whenever you go. Of course, these days, you have the phone, what you call ebook, right? Maybe already you have insight. So this is my summarized beginning. So everyone, you have a question. You can go slowly question answer. Then also, if you have now remember our traditions right at the beginning of the prayer book, Dala Downward Cheveda, and if you have the text, it's page 3. But you see, this one is very powerful. Sometimes we always thinking, he or she is my best friend. He or she is my enemy. There's some things stuck there between. So this one helps all mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me. So this enemy is 2 different ways. One enemy is outside, that's make you obstructed in your dharma. One is the most dangerous enemy is your own thought. You thought negative thoughts and you didn't release and you hold. Not only you hold, you did actions. So we have also many negative thoughts, but we're not holding. For example, see people in here state, how many people are shooting? A lot. Because first need thought, then become action. If you thought negative, as soon as you release, there's no chance to action. So this sentence helps, Of course, the all mother sentient beings be free from obstacle, even though enemies. So this way, remember, enemies, outer and inner, the different categories, different name of the enemy. So now here, later we will practice also for immeasurable. First, wishing to be happy, all sentient beings, through the kindness. Then second, the thought is not only kind is not enough, how to liberate it, be root of the sufferings. Those 4 thoughts is very powerful. For measurable, you will memorize 4 thoughts and for immeasurable. I think all Dharma teachings there. This we are reciting all the time. May all mother sentient beings and boundless sky, This they give you and somebody difficult you, and you need to look their face, and you can see what they're doing. You can see what their action, and you becoming inside growing in powerful bodhicitta, because you can see the person is their struggle. So you not need to somebody say bad, you not need to reply bad, because they already mess up their mind, and the mind and the body is mess up, and they will no longer in clear mind. They're scared. So yesterday I was in one Theravada temple. I know him a long time ago, but he didn't recognize yesterday. I just bring some flower and fruit in his temple, and I said, "Can I go in?" He said, "Okay, go in." Then I have preparing for kadak, white scar with traditional offering. Then I just rolling in the kadak. He thought maybe some danger. What are you doing? Or what are you doing? He just back up a little bit. Then I just offering kadak in the statue. He just looking at me. Then I said, maybe it looks like you forgot me. We will just someplace gathering, practice together, and this and that. Then he said, "Oh, okay. Now you can sit down and a cup of tea." Now he's a little bit released. So things like that. If some suspicious actions, somebody very terrifying. So sometimes they don't recognize what is they doing, good or bad. So the open our mind through the 4 ways training the mind and 4 measurable, I think it's very wonderful. This is not only somebody prayer. We need to act. We need to action. We need to do something. This I think how important developed. So now, please open everyone as this text, the Ngondro text. We're gonna go a little bit, explain some sentence, and when the ordination time, you will know what is we pay homage. It sounds okay. Then we will give you to question answers also. So we have 2 days. We have a lot of time. Oh. All right. Most we already reciting the refuge this morning. So now we will go page 13 and 4 ways training the mind. So first I will explain a little bit, because already here the English translator. Then we will each the thoughts, or we can training should meditate. So now here's the Tenjur Dida. So Tenjur Didas, or this kind of leisure and enjoyment. Some people thought it's not leisure, I have a lot of suffering, It's not leisure, I have a lot of what you call depressions. We need to look at it as a little deeper. Is it your depression is, yes, for you is a very big deal, and then you didn't see the leisure. So now, precious human life, this is the only one time. Others you can make double in trouble, things like house and cars, or relationships, or something you can, those outer things you can make always more. Or precious human life, just only one time. This is not without the cause. They need so many accumulate, because as long as our life, we always using others. We never produce our own things. What do we produce ourselves? To use, recycle anything, or nothing, Morning to evening, how much we eat, how clothe, how we do anything, what do we need to use again? Nothing. Everything needs, just go. The only mentally any practice we can recycle to the benefit. So this way here, the precious human body, precious human life, the only way to change. Precious human life can, like the great Milarewa is always a good example. Precious human life can make miserable. This way it can change, be happiness. Other species, they cannot make damage like the people. Also, they cannot fix to like in the people. So that's the human being. And also remember, nature is needed to you finding your time. And also you need a right place. Because if you're wrong place in the world, and you have no time to practice. And maybe you were born and no dharma. We last time someone said, what is the barbaric? And you were born in the barbaric, just life in the hunting and killing and no believe any karmas. This is the barbaric. There are other beings, they are also consciousness, they are the same feeling. So, and you're mute, you have no chance to talk. Those they age different, age. So now here is we have right place, rebirth, and we have to right mind, even though right place but the wrong mind. This has happened. You can see here, one place is happy, next neighbor is miserable because there's something doing wrong things. So now here the great Shanti Deva said, precious human life is rare. They cannot find again and again. The precious time is once. The one moment is gone, never coming back again and again. And also precious life, and also this is very fragile, easy to break, easy to damage. We in our maybe wrong medicines, maybe falling in the cliffs, something small, we can die easy. And then we will just try to fix. When we broke, and somebody walking is very healthy, walking and jogging, and you wish I was like him or her. When you are healthy, you do not recognize what you have. So that is we need to rejoicing precious human life. Every morning wake up with the understanding the dharma and how to make this different. Then next one is the line, say, when we obtain this body which the easily lost, do not waste meaninglessly. So sometimes we have a lot of meaningless, not we, I can use myself. And myself is, sometimes I use waste so many times, just and diction to my phone, maybe not you. Addiction for my phone, looking, endless looking, and then finish times fast, Then I'll go to dinner online, then I need to go sleep. As soon as I wake up, I need to go back to my phone. So this is the new addiction to hold this earth. So this time pass. What do you get it? You wish, I wish I finished my morning practice. Now you need to go work. Coming back, I'm today so tired. I'll practice tomorrow. The tomorrow's never ended, and practice never succeeded. So then the tarot shiver chas. So now here said, the ultimate liberation, joy is resolved. So when we drive positive things means not necessarily smooth and gentle. What do you call people here said? Democratic is not smooth. There are a lot of difficulties. Same as mentally. The peaceful is not a coming peace. You need to make peace. You need first space to the peace and harmony. If you're not a harmony and peace, how you can say world peace? So world belongs part of the you. You need to begin in a harmony society. And then, somebody do good or bad, this is somebody things, but you need yourself to begin. So here, so we can page 13, one's Tibetan, one's English. First go to English. English first, yeah.
Oh, this kind of leisure and endowment is supremely difficult to obtain. When we obtain this body, which is easily lost, Do not waste it meaninglessly, but rather use it to attain the ultimate liberation, joyous result.
Page 14.
The nature of all phenomenon is impermanent. Death is a certainty for all who are born. Death can descend any time like a drop of morning dew on a blade of grass. Quick, it is time to make effort for the essence of dharma.
So this is also the very powerful impermanent, So everything the man made, sooner or later they will disappear. Look, you can see very historical castles all over the world. So such as the Roman Catholic build, such as the Greek and things. The only and now the old building and hubs already fell because they're showing in the impermanent, even though the strong marble and things like that, but change. Everything's a change. So change is the also not a warning, If you will say, and your body change next 20 years, it's such time and season, then you have a little bit of preparation. But impermanent is very sneaky, always change without knowing. See, many not here much the teenager. We have a lot of white hairs. How they come? When they come, they're waiting for you, And then the ringers, including this here's a ringer. When the first one begin, why they coming? So usually the practitioners, the white hair is a good sign to you need a reminding to practice. Ringers telling you not one, not two, continue is the giving opportunity. Still you recognize or not. It's not bad. It's good. So the impermanent is very powerful. Impermanence, if the more than tornado, if the least tornado, the weather channel, they will say, okay, such degrees coming, please go shorter and things like that. Little bit warning. But for us, there's no warning, And we're thinking we live for long. Sometimes we never thought we'd die, Thinking, so I'm not dying. Somebody say, yes, she died yesterday and he died the day before. I'm not dead, I have plenty things to do, and why this kind of mind? You accept others die, you're not thinking yourself impermanent. That is what we call dushi tamjek, There are so many that you recognize, but you understanding the impermanent, the best understanding. So if we knew the impermanent, that's a very helpful, our negative thoughts, such as anger. And if very angry, you want to do something and you realize, what is the point? Does it change every moment? While you're holding, something happened yesterday, it's already gone. You're still holding after 24 hours. What is the point? You need to let it go. So the impermanent helps. So better they say, so better you're thinking something, she did me this, he did this. Better you will say, quick, it is the time to make effort to the essence of the Dharma. Okay. Should please share the screen.
The fruit of one's positive karma is happiness. Suffering is the fruit of negative karma. The inexorable karmic causation is the mode of abiding of all dharmas. Henceforth, practice the dharma by distinguishing between what should be practiced and what should be given up.
Oh, now this session also is showing the cause and conditions. This is not a deep, this is the understanding everybody, if you do good things, then good come to you. If you will very loyalty, trust your best friend, he or she will back to you same as loyalty. And you say something and you're doing something, sooner or later found and no longer in trust. And then you always thinking now she is doing something behind me or he is doing something. So now here as you're doing good and bad, the karmic is never disappear. The result is never disappear. But the only despair is when the purify, even though we will say we did some heinous things, but we go to lower realms, we will come back as not empty hand. We liberate all lower realms beings because you are there, So that is where in the cause condition is very subtle. And you heard also Dharma called emptiness. Emptiness easy to you, logically, you can find what is mean emptiness. And say, for example, my name is Lama Sonam, and people call, right? Who's Lama Sonam? I can say I'm Lama Sonam. Which one is pinpoint? Top to bottom, outside to inside. What is the pinpoint Lama Sonam? Oh, there nothing exists independently. You can say, yeah, that's emptiness, But emptiness is much deeper. Within this, the form is nothing founding. At the same time, the creating and go to the nirvana and go to the lower realms within cannot finding within the emptiness, then arising some different energy or mind or thought. So that's called the lubameo, means never fell, never lost. So this kind is the cause and condition. In people's life, you did maybe say, maybe 4 hours, your 2 hours positive create, 2 hours negative. The same as the karma. 4 hours you have the pleasure and the result because you did 2 hours positive things and 2 hours negative things. They never disappear. So that is why here also, langdornel, tingnen bever cha means here, last one, henceforth, practice dharma by distinguishing between what I should practice, what I should to begin giving up. So giving up in all non-virtue and then to our learning and the practice is the virtue we talk all the time. All right. Okay.
In the 3 lower realms, and even in the 3 higher ones, there is not an instant of absolute happiness. I will avoid the root cause of my samsaric existence and practice the excellent path of peace to enlightenment.
So this is sentence also talking about everyone familiar, the 6 realms, right? From the God realm, demigod realm, human realm, animal realm, hungry ghost realm, and hell realms. Wherever part of those 6 realms called samsara. Those 6 different classics called the samsara. The samsara is no pleasure. Samsara is like you sit in the maybe nails, or you will maybe sit in the top of the volcano, you know. Sooner or later they will burn you. The samsara is, but they have opportunity to you mix the different. So now here, say, you means we have the pleasure, you know, we have the enjoyment, right? But every enjoyment, our joy and means very temporary. We think it's joy. If you same doing again, it's not longer joy. Someone say, for example, who is maybe joy? What do you do on joy? Say, and I will say myself. Okay, what do you make happy? Okay, tea or maybe some juice, whatever I like something, right? That's make you very happy, and you can say yes. Okay, and somebody maybe say, oh, I heard you happy for the juice. I will bring you in the 10 gallons. You can finish right now because you are very happy. It's not longer as first you hear the 10 gallons, not here pleasant, and you finish right now also not happy, you know. Why? Everything's changed. The samsaric pleasure is temporary, short time. Looks like what you call painkiller. Temporary there are something, and then now longer. That's why we're looking always. Somebody make you very happy. Somebody, some think me happy. Say them some fruit, and maybe some clothes. It's never. See, somebody say I like these shoes. Okay, you will buy yellow color. And then a few days ago, people say, oh, yellow is so bad. And it's also very ugly. And you can look, then you found, yes, looks like very ugly, you know, that your beautiful is no longer there. Then people say, it's blue shoes are good. And you can buy blue. And people say, oh boy, who used the blue shoes? Then you can look at your foot and the colors change. So now, which ones give you real fulfilled the wishing? Nothing's material. But there's also some sort of the relative truth. Remember, we have relative truth, absolute truth. Relative truth say, when I'm hungry, any food is good. When I'm full, every food is something's wrong. The smells it's not right because you're already full. Every food is need to throw. It's very bad. When you're hungry, people are digging in the garbage. See, somebody is maybe. And the small food is in the garbage also good. Somebody extra food in the refrigerator say, oh, need throw, expire. So now the point here, those changing. Remember, sufferings change, happiness change. That's the dharma is called the fulfill and happiness and forever. That's where remember you when receive the empowerment and the joys, the fully, highly, and the last one joy is forever. That is where the Lama's giving the water seals. You remember Tista, Banza. So this the water diamond means whatever you receive the moment in feelings, joy, everything stay there forever. For example, I love my teachers. This love is never expire. See, next to my teacher, when I just look at the picture, for me it's always happy. Somebody pictures they change. When she or he make me happy, and I'm happy, and they're not make happy, I'm sad, because my teacher in my relation, the base of the inside strength, inside your base of the devotions, your faith, and then through the blessings, when you're difficult time, always your teachers there, you feel. So that is why, remember when the supplication time, we will do the, before the Manjushri's supplications, we do always attaching to the 3 places. And you need to remember, when whoever you are, we call root teachers, lineage teachers, we have many different teachers. Someone is very close to your heart, This person or teachers, you always are reminding, one is you feel this best way to looking, and that's directly in the touching, Once you training this one, always pop up your mind. When I do this, my teachers, I remember one in Tibet, he was, in the high throne, he's looking at us, and looks like in 3D dimension, and he looked this way, looking for him or her, looks like everyone. So I'm just always thinking when this dedication, the supplication come, he's looking at me, physically, mentally, always unseparated. Very useful. The another technique. Remember, His Holiness Dalai Lama said, many people doing birthday for me celebration, but you want a real birthday. When you tough time, when you anger, you want hatred, don't forget my face. That's very powerful. You love and your teacher or relation someone, and the transforming this one, you don't want to continue to build anger. You melt easy. If the other one's very negative, that's very negative. Once in a while is good. He or she do excellent. Works good, clothes good, everything makes sense. Once goes wrong, oh boy, everything's wrong. He works so stupid, he talks stupid, and all those things now I don't like anymore, And this you hear this person come, your only mind change. But now you think this negative continue, and you pop up, for example, His Holiness Dalai Lama, or maybe Milarewa, and something face there. Your anger is just melting there. No more power continue. So this is we have the experience, Always we say, I like this, I don't like this, means one of our closeness friends, closeness relatives, something's there. So that is why here, in any 6 realms, no permanent joy. Remember, demigod realm is like teenager party times, looks like Friday or Saturday evening. They don't care how big bills and credit card, and because the moment. And bad news is next day, and you spend a lot of money, and also you're not healthy. You don't know what happened last night. You're wrong place to sleep. So same as the God realm. They don't care because they have karma to rebirth there. They will enjoyment. Once they will see the end, the karma. Remember the God, I can see you and me, I can see only front of you. You cannot see my back. I cannot see your back. So those being in the God realm, they can see where they rebirth the next realm. How do the suffering? You can see how long. For example, what we call here, cat and dogs, they are 70 years and humans 1 year, right? That kind of roughly you will calculating, right? And the four gatekeepers, one day is humans 50 years. Four gatekeepers, maybe the 100 years, then the other guard rooms looks like one day. The total in the guard on those, the demigod rooms, maybe 30,000 human years, 1 week, tremendous suffering. This is called Lhasa Rinpoche. They will know where they rebirth. They see what the family, their condition, then what the sickness calls and died. All those they see very clear. So there are some here, there maybe my table. Okay. So anyway, yes. So that is where you see moment to change. Suffering also not always there. They change, like weather to change. We think this is a real permanent, also change. You can look in the reality, our life. Someone said okay, they grow up in the countryside, and they thought, I will move city and make me very happy, and they move city, and they say, oh, I can buy house, make me very happy. They buy house. And they say, I'm married and make me very happy. They did. And then husband died and bank take the house. Now say, city is not happy. I need to go back to countryside because they are more peaceful. You countryside, you need to work. It's not coming pop up middle of the nowhere. See, wherever you go and you think in the right direction. So see this, I have maybe a message to keep here or not. Oh, beautiful teachings I want to share for you guys. This I just keep here. Where? Okay, this one. I think this one and this also Zabadu Rinpoche, and they write for the word of our perfect teacher. He said, somebody wanted to do something, inspire a retreat, for example, or maybe something. This person is need effort. If you need also patience, you're not patient, it's beginning of your wrong view. Without effort, you want to do something successful, it's impossible. Then you will become wrong views, make sense. Oh, I thought this will something happen for me, and now it's not happen. Maybe dharma is not good for me. There's a strict one, Nampuk maybe shilong in the third rangje if not a deep renunciation, the samsara, and try to or temporarily you say, oh, now I don't have any attachment. I will give here and I will throw here and there. This means in this language you call here, you become the homeless. It's begin because you're not holding anything. Give here there, and then you become looks like nothing. And the mind is so poor because those is not you fully. I will rejoice in giving. I've completely renounced it. Remember, Miller was said he has only one part. When the part broken, he was said, now I'm so happy. Now I have freedom, nothing attachment, everything's gone. I am lucky person in the world because nothing attachment. So for us, we give early, then nothing you. Now you say, I'm so poor, I don't have anything. I'm poor, So don't make this kind of decision. You need to meditate or rejoice in your mind. If you not want to rejoicing, this means you are becoming your own present. In a retreat, lock down, sit there thinking, oh my God, what I'm doing here, I will go out, somebody see me, no, this and this become what I call sub-house rest. Okay, makes sense. Now, those enlightened beings that I thought this is good. They're talking for me, they're not talking you. So I just keep just in case. Because I'm just look time to time. Okay, now we will just once independent and then should meditate. Page 16, please share. Sivara Chimbe Nijo Jizade Torne Aishive Namjo Dubarajo. Okay, now the alphabet, Sanskrit. Om A I Re Re Le O Ang Ga 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 Da 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 Nya Da 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 Na Da 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 Na Ba 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 Ma Ya Ga Lo Wai Sha Ga Za Ha Ya So Ha. Can you please share the screen? Om Ye Dharma Yedu Dhamma Va Yedu Degan Tada Gada Hava Dada Degan Za Yoner Evam Badi Ma Shama Naye Sohai Om Zambara Samba Om Benzar Sadhu Samaya Manupalaya Benzar Sadhu Dhanuba Didan Didan Memba Sudhagaya Membhava, Suvagaya Membhava, Anuradha Membhava, Sovasida Membre, Sorvakarma Sudame, Tidam Shriyam Guru Hum, Ha 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 Ho, Bhangavan, Sorvadata Gada Band, Zimbhavan Samaya Sadhu, Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Sarama Zamba Humpe Om Samara Samara Vimana Sagara Manzava Humpe Om Sambara Sambara Manjambu Humpe Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Sarama Zambu Hum Om Samara Sambara Vimana Sagara Manzava Humpe Om Sambara Sambara Manjavu Hum Be Om Sambara Sambara Bimana Sabara Zamba Hum Om Samara Samara Bimana Sagrama Zamba Hum Om Sambara Sambara Manjavu Hum Be. Usually there's 7 times, we will do 3 times. Now you can take your own mala, and remember mala in the you holding top in the guru beads. So guru beads in the central one, and then your left hand in the base of the lotus flower, and then the circle in the your mala, and top in the mala and up, and then you have the uvas, and they are touching to the nectar. Omurzi Ramane Davaradaya Humbe Omurji Bemane de Jure Hum Omurzi Ramane Davaradaya Hum Omurji Bemane de Jure Hum Omurzi Ramane Davaradaya Hum Omurji Bemane de Jure Hum Omurzi Ramane Pravataya Humbe Omurji Bemane de Jure Hum Om Ahum Om Ahum Om Ahum Om Ahum Om Ahum Om Ahum Now there's the refuge. We will go one complete in the morning before the lunch. And you can see page 22, and they call the taking refuge, the benefit, the 8 different benefit. First read in the English one.
If the merit of taking refuge in the triple gem could manifest in form, the whole universe could not contain it. Even though attempting to describe the infinite benefits of practicing refuge is like attempting to empty the ocean with a teaspoon, there are 8 benefits as explained in the Jewel Ornament of Liberation. 1. One becomes a Buddhist. It becomes the basis of all the precepts and vows. It exhausts all previous non-virtuous deeds. It protects one from obstacles created by humans and non-humans. One accomplishes all one wishes. One gathers a great amount of merit. One will not fall into the lower realms. One attains Buddhahood swiftly. Refuge practice is the essence of all other practices. Therefore, one always should emphasize this practice. It has inconceivable beneficial effects. Through this practice, one can achieve the fearless state.
Continue page 23 English.
With one pointed mind, take refuge in the 3 jewels. Meditate the surroundings as inseparable from a Buddha field. In the space in front of me is a lion throne, on which are a lotus, sun, and moon disk seat, in the center of which sits the kind root Lama in the form of Vajradhara, with the 7 characteristics. Blue in color, 2 arms, holding a Vajra and bell crossed at the heart, and gracefully sitting in the Vajra position, adorned by the silken robes and various precious jeweled ornaments, and surrounded by all the lineage lamas. In front of the lion throne is the Yidam Chakra Samvara, the male and female aspects in union, whose manifestation is simultaneously appearance and emptiness. At the right side of the throne is the assembly of the Buddhas of the 3 times, possessing all the auspicious signs of a Buddha together with the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate kalpa. Behind the throne is the Prajna Paramita, proclaiming the relative and ultimate meaning of the 3 yanas. To the left of the throne is the assembly of the compassionate bodhisattvas, surrounded by the Sangha of the 3 yanas. Around the base of the throne are the Dharmapalas, an ocean of guardians gathered like clouds.
Okay, now page 23 back. Wasa chani do de do granu chamni do ji ji dong jing zu tardaran jin na zo jin 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 ju ye xin ni nam da da ji dun do yi dam la zo go dun do yi dam ko lo de wa jo ne yin nam do sun ju nyam shu Yesu du sumo sanje zembe de kesang sanje tondo lenji Jabdu shere poru jembe yo Changye de sumo chuji ngaror Yendo zende chanju sembe Tek sumo kindu namji yonso go Chiya zamso dambay chugyon Suma jazu tinja da
Buddhas, Dharma, Sanghas, Yidams, and Dharma protectors, to these supreme objects of refuge, for protection from the hordes of sufferings of samsara, we, all migrators, go for refuge until enlightenment is attained.
Zonjia Judo Yidama Jujuanja Jabjo Namla Dasun Jova Sivan Jizo Nyamwa Lejuraje Chanjo Mado Bardo Jabzoje Sanjia Juzo Yidama Jujuanja Jabjo Namla Dasun Jova Sivan Jizo Nyamwa Lejuraje Chanjo Mado Bardo Jabzoje
I rejoice when all sentient beings are happy and free from the samsaric suffering and swiftly attain ultimate Buddhahood. For this purpose, from now on until I achieve enlightenment, I will follow the path to the ultimate goal. I and all mother sentient beings, equal to the limits of space, from this time forth until attaining to the heart of enlightenment. We take refuge in the kind root and lineage lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the yidams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom.
Lama Namlai Japso Jowo Idama Jingoroji Lhasa Namlai Japso Sanje Janden De Namlai Japso Jowo Tambe Chu Namlai Japso Jowo Pakbe Gindu Namlai Japso Jowo Pawa Gandro Jojon Sume So Ishiki Jandan Demba Namla Japso Jewo Tata Manjura Nange Tata Nyambe Sanjan Tam Chanju Nyingbo La Cheje Pardo Chanjen Tsawa Dan Gyubara Jebe Panden Lama Damba Nam Japso Jewo Yidam Jingoro Ji Lhazo Namla Japso Jewo Sanje Jumden De Namlai Japso Jewo Dambe Chu Namlai Japso Jewo Pogwe Gindu Namlai Japso Jewo Babo Kantroi Chujan Sume Tso Isheke Jandan Dembo Namlai Japso Jewo. Okay. Today we will, this morning, we just only chanting, not much the explanation, the refuge session. Then afternoon we will continue more details, and we will show you many different prostration, different capacities in their bodies, you know. So now we will go, they jump to the page 100, the increase mantra. Om a a I u re re le le o ang I ka ga nga za za nya da da na da na pa ba ma ya ra lo wa sha kha sa ha gya so ha Om a a I u re le le o ang I ka ga nga za nya da na da na ba ma ya ra lu ba sha kha sa ha gya so ha Om I U re re le le o ang I gar 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 gang I za nya da na pa ma yara lu wa shaka sa ha so ha Om Yadharma Hidu Dababa Hidu Degen Dadangada Yawanda Degenza Yunerud Abumba de Mai Shamana Yeso Om Yadharma Hidu Dababa Hidu Degenda Dadangada Yawanda Degenza Yuner Abumba de Mai Shamana Yeso Om Yadharma Hidu Dababa Ido da ganda da danga da hewa da ganda yunere de ebomba de ma je soha om benzar sadu samaya manu balaya benzar sadu denom de don membaba sodo gaya membaba soba gaya membaba Anurada membava sova siddha membrayanzo sova karma zame siddhamashri ho bangavan sarva tadda ganta bantarmame manzam banzimbo ma samaya sadhu om bendra sadhu samaya manubalaya bendra sadhu dhanam Tidon membava sudagaya membava suvagaya membava anurada mem sarva siddha membrayanzo sarva karma sudhame siddham shriyam guru hum ha bhagavan so ma samaya sadhu deyada benzendriya avam bodhana yeso Om Ruru Dara Muke Muke Soha Om Hanu Bashambara Hridaya Soha Deyada Benzendriya Avam Bodhanaya Soha Om Ruru Dara Muke Muke Soha Om Hanu Bashambara Hridaya Soha Deyada Benzendriya Avam Bodhanaya Soha Om Ruru Dara Muke Muke Soha Om Hanu Bashambara Hridaya Sova Deyada Benzendriya Avam Bodhanaya So Om Ruru Daru Muke Muke Soha Om Hanu Bashambara Hridaya So Deyada Benzendriya Avam Bodhanaya Sova Om Ruru Daru Muke Muke So Om Hanu Bashambara Hridaya Soha Remember, we say the first session, second, those, and if there are sessions, and the short dedication. So before the dedication, if you have any questions, answers, we can talk a little bit, and then we will short dedication there. So any question you have, most prostration, those things can come this afternoon and tomorrow, but you have any questions, we can talk.
Amala, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought a mala online a while ago, and turns out it's a lot longer than I thought it would be.
It's okay. It's fine.
Should I get another one or?
No. Remember, long ago, there are malas two different. Most mala in most how many malas or beads. 108 is the Buddhist tradition, and Christians and Muslims there are different size. Smaller beads counting. In the retreat or the meditation or maybe the recitation, good one is you have the 111 beads is the best, because 111 and when you finish 100,000 and the simultaneously the 11,000 is coming, because there you the 11 if you're missing something. So the symmetry, I have the 11, but usually 108 is okay. And long is okay, long is nothing. I know 2 hour Sangha students, they have I'm not joking. Okay, maybe they're 3 malas size, huge. They're in the back, huge one. So your side, this okay. You have the 108 one, right? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. When you go out, maybe not take. You can in the home retreat and put in the back, and
I was
Yeah.
going to ask you about that, whether or not I should keep it on me when I go out or just leave it on the altar at home.
Yeah, this
Because
one is a Buddhi mala. You can use the home, and you can use a small one, many different size. Also maybe one round, small one, or maybe very small one, about 108. You can carry outside. It's more easy.
This one doesn't fit in a bag, so I've been just putting it wrapped in a scarf.
No, it's okay. You can make a little bigger, bag, the bag, nice bag. It's okay. Yes.
Lama, can I ask you a question about this multiplication mantra, alphabet mantra? This,
Okay. Kezu, I cannot hear. What is a mantra? Which one? Increase mantra?
yes, this alphabet mantra.
Yes.
Is this, am I allowed to recite this without any empowerment or anything like that?
Yes, I'm going to give the allowed transmission. Transmission is, remember, I always said, people are coming, second country in the United States called refuge, right? I will give you example. So the transmission is your green card. You can stay allowed, nobody kick out. Empowerment is you become citizen. So nobody kicked out. So you have already allowed to hear.
Okay.
When you buy Buddhi Mala and reading book means you get the work permit, but not green card. Transmission is now you have the green card.
All right. Thank you.
Yes. Anybody talk this morning before lunch? Okay, no question means everybody very hungry or looking for lunch. Maybe some state is not really lunch yet. 9 a.m. 10.
Lama,
Yes.
I don't understand about the 2 malas. Like, I know that you said one you don't let people touch, but are we practicing on whichever one is handy? Or I don't really understand the point of having 2. I don't get it.
Yes, that's called the Vajra. Remember, we call Vajra is always Vajra, another language called secret. And the secret object you don't want to share. Likewise, say, hey, this is my privacy. What does it mean? You don't want to share. Likewise, the Vajra is your lot of mantras and many things. Sometimes maybe they need it, but most time, and you never know, someone is there, Okay, so this is the temporary obstacle, not big deal.
So it can be that your public one, you do all your mantras on because it's the one that you're willing to let people see. And so you have the secret one, and maybe you're not ending up using it with your mantras. I don't really get it.
Yes. Yes, you have your point. Yes, I respect. But usually, we have always one, remember, one things that you can keep secret. I think many tradition they have. The Vajrayana, there are some sudden material in the good practitioners, and the inside some pocket somewhere, they're not to see all the time. For example, you can look, I'm not saying it's maybe not good example. Maybe see the Ngondro Rinpoche has long rope, the meditation bell. Do you know what is
Yes.
inside? Whenever he pull out, but you don't know everything what is inside.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have the each bags, small, different size, different place, and this is our secret hiding. You can see the Sikh. Sikh is the Punjabi. They have the hair.
Yes. Yeah.
One the calm, and one is the uh,
A knife.
knife. The
Yeah.
three things they are right at the beginning. This is so secret for them to rub in the sandal. Also in Tibetan Buddhism, we call taktul. Taktul is the touching through liberation.
Yes.
Also put something size like maybe that kind, maybe in the bamboo, nice bamboo, and very fancy. This side you can make it in the silver, and this side the silver cover, and inside in the bamboo, and the rolling mantra, and then yoginis tap in the secret inside hair. Also you didn't see. You can see many things here. Okay, but something you didn't see. But those kind.
Oh, okay. So it's like a secret reminder to yourself, but it's not necessarily that we'll be using it for our mantras.
No, mantra, yes, but you the publicly, you say this is my, say your room is in, for example, house, people go retreat room means the only retreat room, right?
Yeah.
And people say the kitchen means everybody need to come cook, clean, eat there. See, it's not retreat. So this means, and the kitchen thing is publicly, in the public in use, public in share. Retreat, certain amount and they with the permission, and they cannot share because sometimes they infect. Sometimes we call the somebody broken the samaya and they see substance is the infect. Remember the malaria was said, if someone broken samaya, maybe before the same teacher and then the wrong view the teacher, criticize the Buddha Dharma Sangha, and this person live in up of the river, maybe say the steam is coming mountain, the person live in the up of the maybe highest mountain, because everybody drink this mountain, the river water. So they say you need to move different town because the negative energies infect even though element also.
Oh,
Yeah, there's another. We not say, oh, we have very fancy gold mala, we hiding. It's a different reason to need hiding.
Okay.
Then some lama very kindly, but they're not showing the inside, and the people somebody very bad disease. Looks like very nervous, shaking. They don't know what's going on. Doctor cannot find. Then lama will know. So this recitation maybe say. Yamenta recitation maybe millions or billions. So now this can only subdue this person disease. Then the Lama will use this once in a while, not all the time.
okay. I'm getting it a little bit more now. Thank you very much.
All right.
Hello, Lama. I have a question, please.
Yes, please.
Many of us, or many practitioners, I should say, we do various practices throughout the day that
Yes.
include the opening prayers, the long life, and the dedication. Like if we come on your morning practice, we do the opening prayers and the long life and dedication. Do those count towards our daily Ngondro practice, or do we have to start every Ngondro practice and end, like you said, the first one with the long refuge and the fourth one with the long dedication?
This one is, I'm not counting for the Ngondro practice, So Ngondro practice, we need full. For me, for example, we do morning short, meditate, and then small offering. Then I go back in my daily practice. Also, I need finish.
Okay, so you started over again.
Yeah, or again, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. The good things, you guys read many times or recording your phone. It's good. You can walking, you can hear, and then you memorize in the word. And the letter you will not need to reciting. When you become a meditator, every sound become mantra. You will inseparable in the sound is mantra, and the object is everything become in your main deity, and then you becoming everything's become is pure land. But right now our impure things we need reciting, counting mantras, remember station, because we times like washing machine, you need to clean right now. Once a while then especially the meditation said chakja chambu gomdusu lunga ke kechor majishi mido yeshi news the great Deloba said in the Naropa. When you meditate in the Mahamudra meditation, none need a recitation, none need a mantra, none need a circumambulation. If you do that, you are in the strength, they call the joys coming in the appearance and disappear, because destructive, prayer wills and prayer beats. But daily base, mantras and malas and training the mind to bring in. So in the different place. So sometimes they need all those objects. And when meditate, they put away and then become, you are the becoming in the whole mandala. Your mind is the king of the bodhicitta or man deity. And then I need all the different things. But right now, we're not yet there. We need everything. Yes. Okay. And we can talk this evening more or afternoon more. And please enjoy your lunch.
Thank you, Lama.
Thank you, Lama. Enjoy.
Thank
All
you.
right. See you at 2 p.m. You have time to cook delicious. Remember, one retreat, and you need a special food, because your practice and the retreat, extra nice food. See you later.
Lama.
All right.
Recording stop.